What is up? What is up, my favorite gang of chuds, bro? We'll be starting very soon. And we're gonna wrap this whole tier list up, and hopefully it doesn't end up being something that I'm ashamed of by the end of the day. Let us begin, ladies and fellas men. Oh, hold on. Technical difficulties over on my end, but let us do this. Let us do this. Let us begin. There is never a better time to start than right now. Because we gotta finish the fight, bro. I think I also might need to bring up the Eden Zero wiki, because I can't remember half of these dudes' names. So just let me let me bring it up real quick. Hold on. I know all y'all staring at is The Rock, but the list will appear in due time. Zero wiki. I remember most of them, but there's a few on here. I'm like, who? What exactly did you do in the story? Couldn't have been too memorable, bro. But, yeah, just take me over to the characters list, bro. Alrighty, here we go. Let me get The Rock out of here. Boom. This is the tier list. It's looking, okay. A little bit diabolical at the same time. But we'll continue. We'll continue. I'll again move Rebecca down. If JK doesn't join us today, we're just gonna have to rate her. And he might be a little bit upset, but that's okay. But alright. Starting off a little bit a little bit on the downwards trend, we have Cure. What up, Sparagamos? We can just place her in S tier. We'll see. Hey, look, the twist villain who had no build-up. Yeah, well, what are we thinking? I'm thinking straight up. Just D tier, because Dead End Crow is in D tier. So the guy that's controlling Dead End Crow would most likely go here too. So I'm immediately putting him there. And up next, I'm gonna poll it, but I believe everybody should already know where this particular character goes. Right? I mean, come on. Literally might be the best character in the series, depending on who you're asking. Make a tier above S. I don't think I have the ability to do that. Or I might be able to, but I don't know how. So we're just going to put him at the... Here's the question. Is he at the top of S tier? just make a Ziggy tier? I don't think I can do that. I don't really know how this site works, bro. This is like I've done this like 1 or 2, maybe 6 or 7 times, bro. But you know what I mean? Do we just put him at the top of S tier? Is that where we should put him? Because he's going in S tier regardless. I don't even really have to look at this poll, but I will. It's 100% in S tier right now. Right behind Hamura? Okay, so that's the real poll. Because we already know he's going to go in S tier. So, is Ziggy above Hamura? This is the real question. This is the real poll. Answer this one with integrity and with what you know to be true in your heart. Do you view him above her? And I'm not going to be mad if you do. This is a community tier list. He's not above her for me, because she's my favorite character in the series. But I can see why people like him more. The writing, the charisma, the powers, the fight with himself. It was dope. Okay, yeah. He appears to be taking a pretty substantial lead, so Ziggy will now take the top of S tier. Once again, I am not mad at this, bro. His dialogue is savage as hell. I would say top of S. Yeah. I thought that said top of 8. I was like, what? Alrighty, but moving right along, we have Mother, who is a much more interesting pick, because where she ranks is kind of unknown to me. I'm kind of thinking C tier, maybe. I was gonna say maybe B, but she didn't really do anything for me story-wise. I'm not gonna say that she wasn't important or that she wasn't impactful, and you know she was kind of like the end goal. But yes, Spera, more of a plot device than a character. Yeah, the reveal behind her was cool with her being like Earth, but yeah, we're gonna go C tier. We'll put her above. Put her above Jaguar. Not that it makes too much of a difference, but just to say that she's not at the bottom of C tier. She's just a plot. Okay. Well, maybe. We'll put her at the bottom of C tier. And the Chronophage. Once again, we're kind of in a similar situation with Mother, because the Chronophage isn't really anything more than a plot device too. So C tier, I guess. I mean, do we want to turn the Chronophage into? Well, no. Okay, never mind. Don't even worry about it. We're just gonna put him at C tier too. This is where you belong, bro. Who is this character? Oh no. This is Jin's sister. Okay. Well, that should tell you where I think this character is going to go. I could not even remember her name or who she was just based off of the one image of her here. She kind of takes a hit because Jin takes a hit, and also when she stands on her own, she really didn't do much either. Yeah, clean. I think it's she's about to land herself a nice clean spot in C tier 2. You're not in the upper echelon. You didn't really do anything that made you stand out, and your brother, I have disdain for him, so it's going to rub off onto you too. You're in close proximity. You suck too. Alrighty. Oh, dude, it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. Although, I'm remembering right now, hold on, before we move on to the main man, she did have a pretty cool fight against Hamura. So that will move her up above the Dark Star. I'm gonna give her a little bit of respect. But anyways, now we're moving on to a man who doesn't quite give women enough respect, at least in his prior iteration. Shiki, or not Shiki, excuse me. Where are we putting him? Where are we putting him? Where are we putting the man that kind of changed the entire game for Eden Zero? He showed up in one of the wildest character introductions that the series had ever seen. The realism at B? Nah. If we're taking Universe Zero into account, I don't hold as much. I don't have as much of a problem with this dude turning into a good guy in Universe Zero as I do with Drake and Joe, because Drake and Joe, there was never like even a hint in the original universe that he was like he had any semblance of good, but you could see like nearing the end of Nero 66 that there was something deep inside of Shura. Pause. But you could see the remnants there. So him turning into a good guy wasn't that much of like a surprise. So yeah, we can go with S tier. I'm gonna put him. That's kind of disrespectful to put him above Witch. Okay, hold on. So we'll pull it. We'll pull it because he's going in S tier, but it matters where he goes. Let's see. Above Witch. We'll just throw Hammer in here too. And the Hamura? Yes or no? Now, for those who vote yes, bro, you're exposing your true colors. I just want to let you know that. For those who vote yes, you're exposing your true colors. We know what this man was all about, dude. Who he was putting bombs in and where he was putting them. And who was the main afflicted of his wrath. Yes? Oh, bro. Alrighty then. We got a robot and a misogynist at the top of S tier. Hell yeah, dude. This is the list of lists, let me tell you. But anyways, another character that I cannot remember the name of. Hold on. I know that she is one of the created characters, but I honestly can't even remember who she fought. And created characters. Why is it not showing me? Does nobody remember that these are like fan created designs that became official? Hello? Isn't she one of the Oshins? Yeah, but I can't remember her name. And it's also not even showing. Alright, whatever. Well, this speaks to what this character's impact was and how much she affected the story and me personally. You're going at the bottom of C tier. You know what, Michael? You're going there too, bro. Get the hell out of here. She had a fight with Hamra. Well, it was completely and totally not memorable because I couldn't remember it. So get out of here. You gotta go, bro. Fake Sister Ivory? She can go. I'll put her above. I'll put her above the Chronophage. She was kind of a cool villain for the very minute amount of time that she had in the series. I don't even remember what she did. Kind of whack, bro. I remember what you did to Rebecca. Get the hell out of here. One of the worst arcs in the series. Get the hell out of here. But here we go. We got another one of the Oceans. This is the one that had the bomb in her rear thanks to Shura. She had a pretty cool dynamic with Laguna. Bombs away, lol. Very, very much so. She had a pretty cool dynamic with Laguna, and at the end of Nero 66, she had a pretty cool send-off with Shura. It was a little bit weird, had a little bit of like kidnapping syndrome or whatever that thing was called. And then they ended up together in Universe Zero. So, I mean, she wasn't a bad character, but this is probably another C tier for me. But I'll put her above the Dark Star. I'll put her above Wizard. Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah. I'll put her above Wizard. Just because of her character. Wizard doesn't really have that much of a character. I kind of... He was, he didn't really do much throughout the entirety of the story, if I'm being honest. He was okay from beginning to end, so we're probably just gonna put him in C tier too. He was cooler in Universe Zero. I like the relationship that he had with Weiss there. And it was a nice full circle moment for the dude, but your involvement was negligible at the end of the day. Hey, when the anime first came out, they delivered some pretty cool animated scenes with him and Shiki. I will say that. So you know what? That'll boost you up a few points. You know what? I'll put you above fake Sister Ivory. And then this is Mashima's friend. He just put him in the manga. Rebecca did technically unlock her ability to use her ether gear up against him. So, bottom of C. So here we go. Now, hold on. Where's the other guy? This is the fire guy. Where's the ice guy? Because it only feels right to do a back-to-back here. Where's the... Oh, here we go. Now, these are the dumbass twins, bro. This Tweedledee and Tweedledum. These are two characters that I thought would be insanely cool if given the chance to fully flex their abilities. Because they're supposed to be like the replacement of Natsu and Gray for this series. One has fire powers, one has ice powers. So when they showed up on Foresta and fought against Justice and Creed, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. But they only have one other outstanding moment outside of coming to rescue Hamura. And that was, that was them getting pieced up by Jesse. So you know what? What are we thinking? Are we thinking C tier? Because I'm kind of thinking C tier again. C tier is getting heavy right now. But that's just the way it is. They didn't really do anything. That's the problem. There was a lot of potential. And then one dude got like his head cut off and the other one got blown away. I'm thinking C tier. I'll put him above you, and I'll put you actually put up a fight at the end, so I'll put you above him. But that's about all I can do. That's all I can do for you. I'm sorry. It is what it is, bro. Hold on. This is like the slime girl, I think. Yeah, this is Maria. Okay, Maria Slime, actually. So, where are we putting her? She's kind of another character that didn't really do anything, so... Hell, bro. I'll put her... Oh, nope. What did I just do? Where'd she go? Did I flub? Did I slub? Where'd the character go? Oh, she's in D tier now. I'll put her in C tier. She can go in C tier. Oh, D tier? Sure, hell. D tier is kind of for the people that I have some agenda towards, but she can also go there too. It don't really matter to me. You're going in C tier too. Sorry, the Ocean's not very impressive as a group. You can actually go in B tier. What the hell am I thinking? No. I thought I was about to spew a masterpiece as to how you belong there. Absolutely not. You're going to C tier too. Go. You can. He was one of the better Oceans. He's actually probably the best. He's probably the most entertaining. You know what? Yeah. He can absolutely go in B tier because he was the one that brought about Arsenal 2.0. Now, he also kind of put an end to Arsenal as a whole when Weiss got his overdrive against him, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We are appreciative of his efforts and that he was the driving force behind Arsenal 2.0 at the end of the day. Even though it didn't last long. And I'm remembering the hype from that time. Bro, I'm just getting pissed. And maybe move Elsie and Justice up a tier. Don't feel like they belong with the rest. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. They can go... They can go here. They can go here. They can go here. Do we like the change? Because I'm not putting them in A, and I'm not putting them in S. But I will put them at, like, the very bottom of B. And we'll put Shao Mai below her. Or below them, I should say. Oh. Wrong page. There we go. Yeah, alright. Now we have... a diabolical man. We have a diabolical man that I absolutely loved seeing him get his face pushed in by Shiki. But does that mean that I put him in a higher tier because he was such a good villain that I loved seeing him get obliterated? Or do I put him in a low tier because I was just happy that he was gone at the same time? Questions. And you know what? I hate this dude. He's going in D tier. Like, bro. Never even a question. Never even a question. Alrighty. But we have Baku now. Baku. I kind of want to put this dude in C tier. And kind of high up in C tier. I liked his performance against Arsenal, and he was pretty cool in the anime when they fought. So high C tier is for me. You kind of just got bodied by Fi in the, in the Drake and Joe arc, bro, so C as well. Got a lot of C tiers here. A lot of C tiers here. But Madame Kurenai. I kind of liked her as a villain. She was pretty cool. She was pretty fun. And she's part of one of the best arcs in the entire series. I liked how much of a fiend she was. Didn't really like the ending to her character. That was a little bit... You know, it seemed like we were pushing it a little bit far, and then again in Universe Zero we kind of repeated those themes, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, but I still do like her character at the end of the day, and I do like that she was more of like a, I probably didn't at the time, but I do like that she was more of a sympathetic character in Universe Zero, in retrospect. I think it was a good twist for her character. If everything else was a little bit darker, I would have liked this a whole lot more at that time, I believe. So you know what? I'm putting her at the bottom of B tier. Yo, I made it. You made it indeed, bro. We have not ranked Rebecca yet. We have not. You can go in C tier. These dudes really didn't do anything. Drake and Joe's like first group, they did nothing. You can go in C tier too. Just absolute garbage, dude. The whole backstory interconnected with Jin. Get out of here, bro. True Rebecca Stan has ended the chat. Thank you for that, Nancy. Hey, no problem, bro. No problem. Now, Fi. This is going to be a bit of a hot take. I'm putting Fi in B tier. He's just one of those characters that I'm a fan of. He had a pretty cool fight with what was her name? Hermit. It was a pretty cool fight with Hermit. Didn't really do a whole lot, but he did chop off Weiss's arm. And we gotta thank him for that. That was dope as hell. You know what I mean? Plus, he just looks cool too. A flame sniper. Dope as, bro. For sure and for sure. Nancy, I remember when you were heated when Fi destroyed Arsenal in Universe Zero and went on a rant. That happened? Hold on. What? Maybe I don't remember Universe Zero as much as I thought. Are we sure that happened? I feel like I've been lied to. Mashima should stop with lol, and if he don't give the character development and good fights, bro, you're in the wrong series right now. What are you talking about? Okay, well, I mean, hey, I'll take you at your word. I don't really remember that happening. I know he fought somebody in an Arsenal suit in Universe Zero, and it was like the super skinny one. And maybe I did flip out, I don't know. But I cannot remember that at all. And you know what? For that, I'm putting him up one more. Screw it. This dude, he got obliterated. Who cares? Spider, though. Spider did give us some brutality in Eden Zero. He was like the guy that gave us some brutality before the brutality. It's chapter... Okay, hold on. Let me look this up real quick. Because, A, as much as I hate the way that Arsenal be getting done, if you're one of those dudes that can beat up Weiss because he's an idiot and a fool, hell yeah, bro. I'm all for it. Screw Weiss, dude. You said chapter 266? I'm seeing Shiki versus Void. Oh, 229. Oh, hold on. I can't read. Back up. 229. 229. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, well, at the end of the day, he still got cool powers, and he beat up Weiss, so that's a W for me. And Spider, I'm putting him right up here, dude. He's a creep. He's a weirdo, he's a bit of a loser, but at the end of the day, he introduced us to some dark elements. We all remember when that robot chick came around the corner and everybody was like, oh, are you okay? Oh, are you okay? And half of her face was gone, dude. Plus, his fight with Shiki in the anime was pretty cool. And Shiki did that thing where he, like, bent down and his fist was going through the rocks and then he brought it up and punched him right in the chin. It was dope as hell, dude. Dope as hell, coolish. You can go in D tier, bro. I don't even know who you are. Now, I already know where this is gonna go. But all I ask, okay, when we do this, all I ask is that you think with your heart. You think about the person that's making this tier list and what it will do to me emotionally and physically, and you keep that in mind when you vote on this poll for this absolute chud, for this disgusting freak, dude. So remember what he did, Remember who he is. Remember why he did it, bro. Nobody's voting B tier for this character, so we're just gonna... we're gonna go C, and then we're gonna go D. We have the extremes on this list. Remember who he is. Remember what he did. Remember what Mashima was going to plan for this character. You know where he belongs. You already know. Don't... I don't even know. There's no please to give. Hey Nancy, I see you found the tier list I made, so if you refresh, I added a new character on it. Huh? If I refresh, isn't this gonna like reset all of this? Hold on. Just in case. Oh, that did it. Okay, so we can go back. Oh, Chrono Rebecca. That's who you added in. Okay. Well, bloody hell, dude. Thanks for the new character, but now we gotta... All right. We know where he goes now, because of course this is where he goes. But now you have to decide where he belongs in S tier. So we could have just thrown this dude at the bottom of D and be done. But now you want to make it difficult. So now we got to spend extra time on this dude. Where in S tier does... Oh. And then we're gonna have to do one more poll after this, bro. Stop being in denial of your goat, Nancy. He's not my goat. My goat is the final character on this list, bro. What the? It's Jesse. Jesse is my goat. Don't ever get it twisted. And you know what? I accidentally moved him up, but screw it. That's the character we're gonna do next after this. Okay, okay. At least y'all have some sense. He can go to the bottom of... What the The fact that he is even in the same tier as Hamura is what pisses me off, dude. But now that we did y'all joke character, now we get to do mine, bro. Now, before I even set up this poll, let me set up Jesse, okay? Some of you guys may be like, who's Jesse? Why is his character here? What did he even do? This is the most accomplished villain in all of Eden Zero, bro. You know what I mean? He is the most accomplished villain in all of Eden Zero. Bodied Creed right in front of Hamura's eyes, dude. And didn't even finish the job, let him bleed out like a savage. And then blamed it on Hamura so that so that Justice would go after her. And then in the very next arc, he then kills both of Elsie's subordinates and almost kills her too. My man's was moving like an absolute legend, okay? And his dialogue was fire as hell too. He ain't got no quotables, but that don't matter. That man was a beast unlike any other. And remember that while you are voting. Remember what he did. Remember who he was. Remember his accomplishments. Why are you voting for Dean? Okay. Yeah, so when we take a look at S tier, we got Ziggy, we got Shura, we got Hamura, we got Witch, we got Hermit, we got Shiki, we got Laguna, we got Eraser, and then we have Couch Po, Moscow, and and Creed. But we can't make no space for my boy Jesse, bro? this is you know, I knew when I made this list and I introduced this idea that people would put Creed in S tier. I already knew it. I already knew it. But I figured at the very least y'all would do me right and put Jesse up there too. I can't even get Jesse up in S tier now. What happened to my poll, bro? Barrett, I think that's what this dude's name is. Barrett. Dude, the life has been sucked out of me. I don't even want to do this anymore. Hey Nancy, quick reminder on your thoughts of Shura, including if Universe Zero bugged your opinion on him like Drake and Joe or not. I missed that part when I came in. Oh, no, I have Shura above Drake and Joe. I like Universe whatever Drake and Joe more than Shura as a combined character. But if I have to take Drake and Joe as a combined character, like I do with Shura, then Shura is above him. Because his transition into being like a quote-unquote good guy is more understandable and more believable to me than anything that happened in Universe Zero with Drake and Joe. And I get it that they're supposed to be different characters, but like, at least there was a line of connectivity from the previous universes to make it more understandable why Shura would go in the direction that he did in Universe Zero, which there wasn't really any for Drake and Joe, in my opinion, and from what I can remember. But yeah, there you can go in bottom of C, bro. Because he was the one that also, he was the catalyst for making me understand Shiki's character to a T. So I'll put him at the, you know what? You deserve a little bit more respect than that. I'll put you above, you know what? You can go right below them. I loved that moment when Shiki was like, I'm not a hero and I'm only here to protect my friends, bro. That was dope as hell. The doctor. Hold on. This is going to be another poll to character. Where are we putting him? This dude, hold on. Because I'm giving Jesse a whole lot of credit. But the doctor, bro, Mr. D, Mr. D was putting up numbers as well. He was absolutely diabolical. For what he did to Hermit, and what he was doing to Weiss, too? Weiss put on the Arsenal suit and he thought it would be easy peasy. No, sir. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, okay. No, S tier is actually winning out. Oh no, it's all actually tied up. Okay. Dr. Moeller is the most recurring villain in Mashima history. He had more comebacks than the Eurasian says. Yeah. He was gonna take off Rebecca's legs, bro. Just remember that. He obliterated Hermit. Hold on. He convinced Hermit to help him create a bazooka and blew up a planet with her kind on it. That's devious as hell. Why is it tied up? Okay. Since it's tied up, we're just going to do S and C. Because those are the two that have the most votes. So we'll do S and C for Mr. D. I don't really like Dr. Moeller as a character, and I don't really like him too much in general. But I cannot deny his efforts. I cannot deny his ability to just be disaster and dastardly at all at any given times. Remember when Dr. Muller bonded with... Oh, okay, never mind. Yes, C tier's winning out, so yeah, I'm going to put that dude in C tier. I completely forgot that he did that, and then I remember there was like a team up, and they bodied Dr. Muller. So, yeah. C tier's good. C tier's good. We can put him there. Completely and totally ruined Xenolith, bro. Completely and totally. Like, no thank you. This dude, garbage, put him in D tier. Who the hell even is this? D tier. D tier. Get out of here. Now hold up. Now hold up. She was just kind of cool. She can go in C tier. She was working for Master Noah. But that's not really enough to save you. We got Master Noah in A tier, and we got Creed in S. This list... Yeah, alright. Whatever, bro. Whatever. But now we have a real character. Hold on. Valkyrie. We have a real character. Putting Nadia in D tier is nasty? Nah, it's where she deserves to be. What are her feats, bro? How does she rank power scaling wise? If you can't answer that question, it's D tier. But yeah, we have Valkyrie. One of the coolest characters within inside the series. The way that she went out, okay? The way that she went out. Protecting the people. Feeling and thinking that she would never see Hamura again. And she didn't even die on her back, bro. She died in a relatively, like, what's the word? Like, proud position. And she was smiling, too, I think. Proud of the work that she had done to protect the people. She fought like 1,000 monsters on her own. It was cool as hell, dude. Oh, we're thinking A tier, though? No S? Okay. I was thinking, like, almost all the... I was thinking the 3 shining stars that would be in S would be Hermit and Valkyrie and Witch, but... I guess we can put her at, like, the top A. I'm kind of surprised, bro. I feel like there might have been a couple, like, misinputs there, but... like, we really not going with S? She kind of deserves it. She was kind of set dressing. Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair. She doesn't really have a lot of standout moments in Universe Zero. She's really kind of carried by her performance pre-Universe Zero. Which is commendable nonetheless. Because she has one of the best performances in the series. So it's like... We like, I like. Oh, but here we go. Here we go. Another character that's got to be pulled. I feel like the answer is obvious, but the trolling will supersede, yet again, our intelligence. I already know where this dude's gonna go. And he shouldn't even grace anywhere near S or A. Okay? Oh, okay. We're actually going D tier. I love this A tier. Who the hell's voting? This is not an A tier character in any way. He had, like, literally, like, one cool line. And that was at his introduction. Create an F tier specific... Hold on. Let me actually see if I can do that. I don't think I can. Because I'm not, like, logged in. But... Oh, add a... Oh, okay. And then I'll change this to... Yeah, bro, you get your own... Since everybody's voting D tier, I'm pretty sure y'all will not mind. You get your own special section, bro. Now, this does not mean that he is a worse character than those that are in D. But the hype that was built up around him due to his design and his abilities and his trash talk, bro. This was the character that was like, oh, okay, dude, Universe Zero, it might be a little bit trash. I might be reading some hot garbage right now. But Void is at the end of the tunnel and he will save this series. He did not. He was so garbage that we had to bring Ziggy back. Ziggy wasn't even a bad guy, but like he had to bring Ziggy back to cleanse the palates, dude. And who did he even end up being at the end of the day? Wasn't he like Shiki and Rebecca's son or something? Garbage from beginning to end, from start to finish. I'm mad Mashima even got me excited about this character in the first place. Void didn't do it, Dan. Not nothing, bro. Yo, Mashima's working on a brand new series. And if he introduces an aspect to that series like he did in this one, I'm gonna be upset. Hold on, why is the cat here? Had to deal with the cat real quick. Okay, I'm back. Nancy, my tier list is funny. I really added the off-brand Max on here. Lol, he was one of the rebels from the War. Was that the dude who got like a couple ships and then blew up? He'd be an S tier character for sure. That man was goated from beginning to... Actually, I think that's this dude right here. I can't remember his name. But he did take out a couple ships. So you know, we're actually going to vote on him next. I'm done talking about Void, bro. He sucks. I think I was on like a thought train, but it's not even worth thinking about anymore. We'll go with Ship Guy. We'll go with... I don't even know if this is the character that actually did what I'm thinking of. But I'm pretty sure he was one of the pilots in the War. And... oh yeah, he was. He sacrificed himself to destroy one of the capital ships. This man was the GOAT, bro. Let's not get it twisted. Oh, S. Yo, this list sucks, bro. Put him in S tier. I don't care. This is what we got. S tier is Ziggy, Shura, Hamra, Witch, Hermit, Shiki, Laguna, Eraser, Couchpo, Moscow, Creed, and Ship Guy. Alright. We'll just end it. Cat. You're being annoying. Stop. She jumps up on the desks and it shakes the entire thing. You're gonna ruin my setup, dude. Alright, but anyways, does anybody even remember who this dude is? Because I don't. So he's going in D tier. I mean, he was actually kind of cool. I'll put him in C tier. I can't remember his name, but I do remember some of the things that he did. Which is mainly just act hard. And don't really do anything. I don't know who this is either. Who is this? Next guy was in Ijuna. Yeah, okay, JK, who is this? Because I don't know who this is. The leg gangs, these guys were perverts. They're going in D tier. I know that though. Isn't that okay. You know what? She gave advice to start Universe Zero, so you gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here. She was the one that advised them to start Universe Zero, so you can go at the bottom of D. We were at a bit of a low at the end of the previous arc, okay, and then you decided to give us hope that things would get infinitely better, but they did not. You took us to the darkest depths of despair for this series, while giving us some cool moments. So you know what? I'll put you right next to your husband. You guys can share D tier together, because you both suck. How can you not recognize the GOAT, Starfire Nox? Oh, yeah. Bro, you know what? You guys can share the bottom of D tier. You ruined this series. And the Old Man Weiss, we can put him relatively at the top of C tier. He was kind of cool. He didn't do a lot, but when he showed up, he showed out. You know what? Never mind. You can go bottom of C tier. That's where you belong. Didn't she have Feather as her right hand for some reason? Bro, yeah. She was garbage, dude. Chrono, Rebecca, and Rebecca. The final characters on this list. I did not think I would be voting for these, and I really don't have to. Well, I can vote for Chrono Rebecca, because this is not one of those characters that has a high amount of contention. I will put her in right below Weiss. She gave Shiki a fantastic feat. It was incredibly dope to see. Hold on. I'm not putting her in S tier, because she does not deserve to be there. Oh no. Rebecca. But we can decide between A and B. She looked cool. She had extremely cool powers. She was doing her thing. And it was very respectable from beginning to end. The performance that she put on, the words that she spoke, is dope as hell, dude. Oh, we're going with A tier. Okay. I'm not mad at an A tier. I am not mad at an A tier. We'll put her. You know what? We can put her at the top of A tier. I do not like that she. Oh, it's tied. It's tied. Okay. Well, I get the deciding vote anyways if it's tied. So I'm fine with putting her at the top of A tier. Not really a character that lasted for a long time, but for the time that she was allotted, she put on a performance the likes of which I never thought possible. Especially since we were in the trenches with with Eden Zero at that time. But she put on a hell of a performance. And again, she gave us that Shiki feat. Where he was like sucking in all the energy of like the universe or something, or whatever. It was cool. But here we go. For the final character on the tier list. The final one. Ladies and fellasmen. It seems not right, but also couldn't be more right. She was the first character we saw in the series. Well, that's not entirely true, I don't think. But she was really like the main character that we were introduced to, I think. I don't know. She's one of those. She's one of the first characters, and she's one of the main characters. So let's see. Where do you guys believe? And do not let JK sway your vote. I know he's spamming in chat. He's a lover. He's a fan. But just remember what you did to some of my characters, bro. Just remember that. You know, maybe it's time for some other people to feel some pain. You know what I mean? The hell's going on? I don't want to see anybody making accounts right now, by the way, and fudging the numbers. Be honest and be true. And just know that if she goes in S tier, it is what it is. You know? A couple people might be getting blocked after this for what they did to my characters, but it is what it is. If she goes in S tier, she goes in S tier. And it's seeming like she has run away with it, and S tier is where she will go. However, there's a deciding factor here. Where does she go in S tier? And this will be the final poll. Where in S tier? We can go top. We can go middle. Or we can go bottom. Now you must decide. Where does she go in S tier? Does she go below Ship Guy? Does she go above Creed? Does she go above Shiki? Where does she go? Top is at 50%. Middle is at 50%. And bottom, okay, it's 33% to 33% to 33%. She goes to the top? Apparently not. A? Oh, bro. Real, you're too late. Bottom, oh my gosh. It's a harsh race between middle and bottom. And if there's no more votes, bro, then I get the deciding vote. I get the deciding vote, and that means she can go in the middle. She can go right next to Shiki. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have the official Eden's Zero tier list. I'm not gonna go through every single character that has been ranked because I can't remember half of their names, but we will go through the important ones. In S, we have Ziggy, we have Shura, we have Hamura, Witch, Hermit, Shiki, Rebecca, Laguna, Eraser, Couchpo, Moscow, and Ship Guy. And there's somebody else here, but I can't remember his name either. And then we have Chrono Rebecca, we have Valkyrie, we have Pino, we have Master Noah, and we have Holy, I think that's her name. In B tier, we have Drake and Joe, Nero 66, Weiss, Elsie, Justice, this guy, can't remember his name, but he was cool, Xiaomai, Phi, Kurenai, and Spider. Why is there a void? Hold on, we'll get there soon. In D tier, we have some absolute bums, some absolute degenerates. There's one character here that should not be there, okay? There's one character here who should absolutely not be here. Next, it's time for the FT character tier list. Let's go. We're gonna have to do something. I do want to do a Fairy Tail tier list, but we're gonna have to do something a little bit different because there's like 1,000 characters in Fairy Tail, and if you think I'm gonna be sitting up here for the next 10 hours ranking all of them, you got me twisted. But yeah, Captain Connor and Starfire Nox, two absolute bums, and then we have an entirely separate tier for Void because he is garbage. He is on a level of garbage that no one else could have even thought possible. And again, it's not because he is the worst character that I call him garbage. It's because of all the hype and the build-up. And was some of that hype and build-up given to myself from me because I was just so excited to see this dude in action? Absolutely. Absolutely. But he was also supposed to be like the final antagonist. He didn't do anything. He sucks. Just do a 100 Years Quest exclusive one. Yeah, that's probably what would be for the best. But yeah, we did it. It is completed. It is done. The job is finished. They never thought it was possible that I would do this because I said I was going to do it like 3 years ago. But we're here and we did it and it's completed. And with that said, that's actually going to do it for this tier list and stream as a whole. So, I can't wait for it to, because the chat will put Suzaku in D tier and yeah, probably, bro. But just remember, this isn't my tier list, okay? This is the official tier list, okay? No other tier list made about this series matters because the community has voted, and this is what it is from now until the the end of everything. This is where we're at, bro. until no more Eden Zero mangas are sold in shop. Till the very last one of them is burnt. The people have spoken. This is what they wanted. The people suck. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. So thank you all very much for showing up, for showing out. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all that. And I will see you soon. I don't know.